The Joe Rogan Experience.
Bro, he went off.
That was awesome.
He went
man.
off. It was classic Joey
And you've never
Diaz.
seen me do Dr. Phil probably live, right?
No, I don't think I have.
How was that?
I think I might have saw it once at the Mothership. How many did you do
I've
at the
done two.
Mothership?
I've only done it on Kill Tony twice, and then I did 2 Phil shows on a Sunday there, but you were gone.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. No, so that was the first time I ever saw you do it on stage.
Yeah.
And no, I know Dr. Phil. Know him
I know.
well. He's been on the podcast
Yes,
a bunch of
I
times.
know.
Good friends with his son.
Yeah.
So, you
So what is that
fucking
like
nail it.
then?
You nail it.
Thanks, man.
It's got to be weird for him. It's got to be
Yeah.
weird for him. This guy is doing a comedic version of him, and it's like the
Totally.
most popular guest on Kill Tony.
What the fuck, dude? Of all the, I mean, dude.
It's a great guest, dude. It's
Yeah,
a great
man.
guest. And you know, the fucking, and that's not the best image because there you can kind of see that you got that thing on your
Yeah,
head.
the ball cap,
But
yeah.
you can't tell
That's a
while
good
you're
one,
on
yeah.
stage. It's fucking incredible.
It's wild, right?
It's so funny, dude. You have that that character is like,
Well, it's still got the abrasiveness of like talk show Phil, right? Like busting chops. Like that's why it makes sense when I'm doing these roast jokes.
right.
That you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem. Because even for me, I didn't watch like a whole season of Phil episodes. It was during COVID. My wife and I were just stoned and drunk and watching bullshit. And then we'd see these Phil reruns. And I was just laughing because these kids would come on and they're like, you know, my mom tried to tell me I can't smoke weed. He's like, well, maybe you should shut your fucking little twat mouth. He wouldn't say it, but he would just,
Right.
in a version, he was just like, well, maybe you need to look in the mirror and see that you aren't exactly perfect. I mean, he just was real abrasive, but in a funny way. And it was it's a funny type of character to do this with because everyone has some idea of who Phil is, but he's not so known that you're like this wouldn't, like, how do I know this isn't who he is, right?
Right.
And making him, I'm not defaming him either. I'm not up there saying silly shit that's like racist or whatever.
No.
It's all
fun.
goof.
It's very funny. It's a goof.
And I think he picks up on that.
Oh, he's a great guy. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's flattered.
Well, his publicists are trying to get him to come on my show, and which would break the internet. Because what I want to do at the store or wherever, because now we're doing these theater. I'm doing the Beacon in November and the Philly, the Miller Theater in Philly in
You just
October.
got done the Gramercy.
Just got done the Gramercy, yeah. But all these Phil theater tours is what we're doing now, like theater shows.
Wow.
We're gonna do the ACL Live here next year, and Majestic, and Celebrity Theater in
Do you have to
Arizona.
pay him?
No. I mean, fucking, where's my Phil? Are you still cool with this cam right here? Hey, Doc. But so when he comes on, I'm like, dude, it'll break the internet because, there's a whole intro video and then, please give it for Dr. Phil. And so I'm thinking, instead of me coming out, he walks out and
Oh
people
my
just
God.
go nuts. And then maybe after 20, 30 seconds, I come out, shake hands.
Well, it's also that's an opportunity for him to shit on you for having the biggest thing of your career, imitating
Oh,
him.
yeah. Well, that's what he said when he gave me Guest of the Year
saw
last
it.
year.
It was amazing.
Yeah, you finally figure out a way to be famous, pretending to be someone other than yourself. Yeah. And you know what though? Isn't it though a great, like, as much as it like is so fun and so fun, and I want to say this about with Tony too, his openness to go, I am always expanding, not only I want to be involved in expanding comedy, but the Kill Tony show. For me to go, Tony, I think Phil on Kill Tony would be fun. He's an advice guy. You were giving advice to comics, but for Tony to be like, fuck yeah, let's add more characters.
Oh, yeah.
Is really awesome.
No, Tony takes a lot of risks, and he likes to fly off the seat of his pants. He likes a little bit of chaos on the show.